A use case is a description. Okay, the use case will tell us a particular use of a system by an actor or a user. Okay, so it is
Okay.
used widely, developing test at a system or a accept level. So what is exactly meaning is
Mm-hmm.
there is a system how the user is interacting, how the user is interacting, or the how the user is going to be
Okay.
used. Generic, okay, general definition. So if I show
Okay.
here, if I go to
Mm-hmm.
this ATM uh, ATM use case diagram, then we will get a complete picture. So before showing that system,
Okay.
before showing the
Definitely.
system, can you tell me that what are the uh, where there is a common user or normal user when we go into the enter into the ATM system, what
Mm-hmm.
he will do?
Enter into normal ATM.
Yeah,
I didn't read about ATM.
not ATM. So suppose a common user
Mm-hmm.
which he has
Mm-hmm.
entered into the ATM center, and what he will do,
Mm-hmm.
what that ATM does. So generally the
It
user
takes
walk
out
into,
some
yeah, it walk into the ATMs and ATM
ATM
center,
machine.
yeah, and
Mm-hmm.
he will take that
Insert.
his card and insert into the card,
Mm-hmm.
and he will enter the password.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and the password
Yeah.
authentication is
Select the
success.
language.
Exactly, and the
Mm-hmm.
authentication is done,
Mm-hmm.
and it will
Mm-hmm.
open the functionality of the interface,
Mm-hmm.
functionality of the ATM. What ATM does: withdraw,
Mm-hmm.
withdraw, deposit,
Withdraw, deposit.
mini statement,
Mm-hmm.
transfer. So these are the
Mm-hmm.
things will be
Mm-hmm.
interact to the user to the system. That is nothing but a use case. So here I will show you
Okay.
that there is one of the use case diagram. Yeah. See, bank ATM UML use case diagram. See, here ATM is a system. Okay, ATM is a system, and
Mm-hmm.
there are two actors.
Mm-hmm.
So these symbols. So these are the symbols in UML diagram. These are
Mm-hmm.
the actors.
Customer.
Yeah, these two are the actors. All are the system.
Mm-hmm.
This is a system, or these are the functionality of the system. Okay, so there are
Mm-hmm.
two users for this ATM. Who customer is a regular customer,
Mm-hmm.
and ATM technician. Who is the ATM technician? Who provide the repair
Who
tax,
will
and
maintain?
yeah, who will maintain the
Mm-hmm.
like money with money, like keep the money, new money, or whatever the thing. So
Mm-hmm.
maintenance. Okay, the two
Mm-hmm.
users are will be there. So the customer is a regular customer, and what he will do, or ATMs provide the functionality features of the system to the user. One
Mm-hmm.
is
Mm-hmm.
check balance. Second is
Check
deposit the fund.
deposit.
Okay, and
Mm-hmm.
withdraw the cash, transfer the fund.
Mm-hmm.
So every time
Understood.
this is the like interface. Okay, this is ATM is our
Mm-hmm.
interface. Interface means there is a
Mm-hmm.
system. Actually, it has to connect the bank. Okay, if you are
Mm-hmm.
doing any functionality, suppose
Okay.
user wants the balance based on the
Mm-hmm.
authentication. Based on the corresponding bank,
Yeah.
it will go to the request, and the
Mm-hmm.
bank server, it will verify the authentication and
Mm-hmm.
show the balance to the user.
Balance
This is the
user.
workflow. This is the use case diagram
Mm.
flow. Entire
Okay.
functionality of the system. Okay. So
Okay.
what bank has?
Yeah.
Bank has the information about the customer with his details.
Mm-hmm.
But ATM is just it
Okay.
is a interface which can pull the
Mm-hmm.
information from the bank, and it will show to
Mm-hmm.
the user,
Show to the customer. Yeah.
customer. And
Mm.
depends upon the customer request, it has to respond. Bank should be
Mm-hmm.
respond. Suppose he wants to
Respond.
deposit. He want to deposit. Suppose the
Mm-hmm.
customer enter the incorrect account, and he can able to deposit or not. Incorrect bank detail.
No.
No. So those
No.
type of functionality would be handled in the ATM functionality. Suppose
Okay.
cash withdraw is there. So the
Mm-hmm.
customer enter the correct PIN number and he requested like
Mm-hmm.
a 5,000, and the request will
Mm-hmm.
went to the bank based on the authentication. So
Mm-hmm.
authentication is success, and
Mm-hmm.
cash cash is
Mm-hmm.
available. The condition, one more condition, cash is available in his account. Then the bank, like it will send to the request to the ATM. You can provide,
Mm-hmm.
you can provide the 2,000 for the user, and I will detect, and user will get the
Okay.
withdraw to 5,000. Suppose when you sending
Mm-hmm.
a 5,000 rupees, but in this bank, his account,
Mm-hmm.
he has like only
Mm-hmm.
2,000 rupees only, but he requested 5,000.
Mm-hmm.
So the verification in the done by the bank side,
5,000. Mm-hmm.
yeah, and it is a insufficient balance. So ATM will
Mm-hmm.
display a user
Yes.
insufficient balance.
Into.
So like that,
Mm-hmm.
all the information, all the positive flow, negative flow will be handled by software with the design with the functionality of the ATM. It's just a
Mm-hmm.
customer one-time registration. It is a bank. It has a server and application, and customer information will be required. But this is the interface.
Okay.
ATM is a machine
This is
which
the
can
interface.
connect to the corresponding bank, and which can take the request of the
Mm-hmm.
customer and provide the exchange the information from the bank to the customer.
Customer. Okay.
Okay. Yes. Understood?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, understood.
And see, maintenance. The ATM technician maintain that and repair. So you know that. So when we maintain every
Yes.
day, they has to deposit the cash if the cash is not available.
Funds. Yeah.
If yeah, fund is
Mm-hmm.
not available, they will maintain or they will add the new fund something. And repair means it is
Yes.
not working, it is not responding, and it is out of station. Then the ATM technician is do the repair or whatever thing.
Yeah, he's consulted for that.
Yes, he is the one more user. So like that, these ATM has mostly two users, two or three users. ATM, not a bank. Bank
Mm-hmm.
has many users. Bank manager,
Bank says many users.
POs, internal users, like that.
Mm-hmm.
So right now the ATM has only all the customer, only technician can access.
Yeah.
And yeah, there will be one more. What is this one? Check balance. Yeah, transactions.
Transaction.
Yeah, you can go to this one. Bank, ATM, transaction, and customer authentication use case. So as I told you that ATM transaction extended to the point provided a help. So customer authentication include the customer authentication and ATM help. So this is a repair. Okay, that's enough, no problem. Yeah, and before
Okay.
going to that, use case. What I told you, use case concept, use case symbols, use case. Yeah. So this is the one of the basic stuff. So just I will give it to you. Just go through that. Anyway, I will
Mm-hmm.
explain. Take this link. See, any use case, not only this use case, any use case, the use case diagrams tutorial, and
Mm-hmm.
I will briefly give the explanation now. So importance of the use case diagram and to identify the functionality, how the role is interacted with that. And for a high level view of the system and identify the internal external factors. So here, suppose if you want to design there is a one more system. So the system is like, suppose there is a college. Okay, the system is college. You want to design a college functionality with as a use case form. So mainly the use case diagram, four objects are there. One is the actor, and one is a use case, one is a system, one is a package. So these four diagrams will be representing while designing any system of the use case. Okay, so actor.
Okay.
So actor is a use case diagram. Is any entity to perform a role
Right.
one can give in the system.
Mm-hmm.
So he is the role. He is actor, and the use case is a round symbol,
Mm-hmm.
and which will represent the particular functionality and action with the system. So as we like for
Okay.
ATM, the check function, check
Mm-hmm.
balance is one of the use case, and deposit fund is one
Yeah.
of the use case. Every use case will have some functionality of the application. Okay, to represent a function. Function means it has to do some work. It has
Mm-hmm.
to do some specific task, and it draws on a
Mm-hmm.
oval and name with the function name. So the diagram will be
Mm-hmm.
drawn in the oval and use case. And system. See, system is nothing but a ATM.
Mm-hmm.
Suppose in our example, so this is a subsystem or system. The square
Mm-hmm.
bracket is there. Na? So this is a ATM system.
Mm-hmm.
And see,
Okay.
the system is used to define the scope of the use cases and drawn as a rectangle. So this is the optional element but useful when you are visualizing a large system. Okay. And what is the package?
Okay.
So what is the package? Package is another optional element. It is extremely useful. A complex diagram. So ATM is a simple diagram. So they did not use. If it is a complex,
Mm-hmm.
it has a multiple interaction to the system. That time we'll use a package. Package is another optional element
Okay.
extremely useful for complex diagram, and it is a class diagram.
Okay.
Okay, packages used together a
Okay.
group of two use cases. Package are used to group the together a use cases. Okay, so
Okay.
general
Mm-hmm.
things will be there. You just go through this one and let
Mm-hmm.
understand. So they
Mm-hmm.
given some examples of this also. Open account, deposit account, withdraw account,
Mm-hmm.
like, okay, and use case of template.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and use case, so
Okay.
concept of use case, and use case diagrams and ATM over. So clear up to here?
Mm-hmm.
Any
Clear.
questions? Yeah.
Clear.
And you just go through this also. No problem.
Okay. Use case documents. Use case description.
Yeah, use case description, not use case testing. Use case testing. Just see, same thing will be everywhere. The concept is same. A is a actor.
Mm-hmm.
A can enter the username password. System is yes. S is a validation. S is a system here. S is a validation password, and S is
Mm-hmm.
allowed to the access to the account extension. So a password is not valid and
Mm-hmm.
password is valid 4 times like that. He has explained as a simple system. That's it. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Now coming to our, so that is about the use case. Any use case you have to understand like that. Okay. And
Okay.
so now what we will do is
Mm-hmm.
we will write a yesterday example. So we'll write a uh, just a second.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So now, yesterday, what is our example? Any idea?
Password, username,
Yes, password. Yes, password is the name. Yeah. And first
username,
is, yes,
password,
exactly.
connect
So,
to.
yeah. So right now, we are designing a UML. So without diagram, just actor. Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Actors
Mm-hmm.
invokes in the application. So what exactly meaning is actor invoke
What
the,
are we doing exactly?
yeah, we are doing yesterday. Uh, yeah, first I will write the example. Then
Okay.
just a second. Insert the diagrams. Where is the diagram? Just hold on. We'll write the. I need to draw. Hmm, okay. Okay. So this is our login page. Okay. So this is our
Okay.
login system application UML diagram. Okay. And we
Mm-hmm.
need inside that there should be a login. Okay. Login is a
Mm-hmm.
OL login and add text login page or authentication page. So and insert actor is not there here. So just I'm holding rectangular is like it is a some server application server and here is a actor. Suppose if I insert uh, yeah, he's an actor and
Mm-hmm.
uh, he will request to the page and the page will be go to the here and the
Mm-hmm.
response will come and it shows the landing page. Okay, so for our case this is our example. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so now here we are writing the
Okay.
steps. We are writing the steps like yeah.
Mm-hmm.
First invoke the actor. Actor invoke the application means user enter the login or
Mm-hmm.
application of login page. So what it will the response application should respond the login page. Application application displays the login screen with
And
the full following all the fields. Follows fields. What are the fields here? Username, password, UN and
okay.
PWD and connect, connect to,
Mm,
connect to and
Connect to
login and
login page,
clear and
cancel,
cancel. Yes,
clear
exactly,
and
exactly, exactly. So these are the things will be correct. So first action. First user done this action and
mm-hmm,
the home page will display.
mm-hmm,
Okay. Next is next action. Second is actor. Okay. Actor enters
mm-hmm.
a valid UN. UN is username
User,
and valid PWD.
username, okay.
PWD password
Mm-hmm.
and clicks on
Okay, password,
clicks on login button. BTN is button.
okay. Uh-huh.
So the second time user enter the username password. What is that? Next, suppose he enter
Mm-hmm.
the username password and he click on. So
Mm-hmm.
the information will send to the
The home
application
page.
server. Yeah, application server. This information will
Mm-hmm.
send to the application server, and that user is existing.
Okay.
User is existing, and
Mm-hmm.
authentication display the application the home page. Okay, so we'll write that authenticate application
Mm-hmm.
either home page or admin page. It depends
Mm-hmm.
depending upon the actor enter. Okay, actor enter. So suppose some
Okay.
user privileges depends upon user privileges. Okay, and third step
Okay.
an actor enters the valid username and a valid
Mm-hmm.
username and valid password PWD and
Mm-hmm.
select a database optional and click on login button. So username
Mm-hmm.
password is a mandatory. Connect to database.
Okay.
Connect to database is a
Is
optional yesterday requirement.
optional.
So
Mm-hmm.
we will allow that
Yeah,
same
yeah.
thing. Authentication, authenticates application, application and displays displays either home page or admin page, whatever the
Home
page.
page or admin page.
Yeah. Next is fourth one. Fourth one is actor. Actor enters the invalid username and valid password
Mm-hmm.
and click on login button. So what is the next?
Login
What
button.
is the response of the system? Expected thing is
Either
go to
invalid uh, username or password.
yeah should display authentication
Mm-hmm.
failed and
Program failed.
display
Mm-hmm.
the error message username
Mm-hmm.
is entered
Invalid.
invalid or yeah or user is not existing
Mm-hmm.
user is not
Not existing.
or invalid user whatever thing invalid user.
Mm-hmm.
Both are same, no problem. Okay. So this is the like way we
Okay.
can derive
Okay.
the use case of test cases. So a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
it can be like use case right now. So mostly tomorrow we will work on test cases. So it is
Mm-hmm.
very similar to that, but it
Okay.
has to, so by
Mm-hmm.
any given system, we have to understand what exactly the things are to do,
Mm-hmm.
the functionality, and then we can, okay. And,
Okay.
and action, yeah, one more item is there pending here. Fifth one,
Mm-hmm.
um, uh, actor click on cancel button. So what is the response of the system?
Can.
What is the
Mm,
response of the system?
the login page will scan.
Exactly, exactly, exactly. Login, login page is closed or cancelled.
It's closed.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so like that.
Okay.
Clear? Any doubts up to here?
Clear.
Yeah.
No, it is clear.
Oh, good. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So now I will start one
Mm-hmm.
small concept. It's a very important concept. Test cases. Test cases. Okay. I will close this one and so it has been saved. And there is one more new document.
Mm-hmm.
Test cases. Or we will go through the test scenario, test cases. Yeah. I will explain now inside that only. Okay. So now here, if I
Mm-hmm.
type
Mm-hmm.
what is a test case, okay. So see that a
Mm-hmm.
noun definition, a case that set of precedent for the other case involved in the same question. So this is not our, this is noun, but actually in the fundamental of testing side,
Mm-hmm.
so you can see that
Mm-hmm.
this is a very important stuff. Test case.
Mm-hmm.
Test case
Okay.
is a set of conditional and variable under which a tester
Mm-hmm.
will determine whether the system under the test satisfy the requirement or work correctly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what is a set of
Okay.
conditions? What is a set of conditions? What is a variable under the user can be derived? A tester can be derived. Will be determined whether the system under the test to be satisfied the requirement
Mm-hmm.
or not. It's a very simple. In a layman language, I'll tell you that.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
this is my test case.
Yeah.
Login screen. Login page is my. I want to authenticate. Okay. So here
Mm-hmm.
a set of
Mm-hmm.
conditional. What is a set of conditional here? So I want to log in into the
Mm-hmm.
page. The test case is a login page
Mm-hmm.
test case. I want to log in. So what is my
Mm-hmm.
conditional before enter? Sorry, how I can define that login page is working. So for that I
Mm-hmm.
required a test data. Test data is
Mm-hmm.
username password.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that is a set of conditions and it has been a URL also. So provide the
Okay.
determine. So you get all the information and based on the
Mm-hmm.
requirement or based on the use cases, you have to test your system. You have to test your system
Mm-hmm.
and whether it is requirement satisfying or not. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the process of developing a test, it can be helpful for finding the problems on the requirements. And this is
Mm-hmm.
a this is a template. This is a template. This is a template of a
Mm-hmm.
test case. Test case is a,
Test case.
yeah, just a second.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So this test case. So we need to prepare one document for this. We need to prepare a
Mm-hmm.
document, and are mostly
Mm-hmm.
mostly the test engineers, what they will do is based on the requirement. Yesterday we have a requirement. What is the requirement we have? A login page.
Create a login page.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
So same thing. Yeah, we'll create a one test case template, and based on the template, we'll convert the application, sorry, requirement to a test cases. Okay. And before going to that,
Mm-hmm.
this topic, we need to know few background stories, like which will be helpful. So here is testable, testable conditions, testable conditions
Test.
in software testing, and one more thing is
Mm-hmm.
test scenarios,
Scenarios. Okay.
test scenarios, and the question will come to you in the interview. What is the difference between test scenario and test
Mm-hmm.
cases? Okay, this is a question you will
Okay.
get.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Okay.
yeah. So see that different differences is there, and a very good example also is there for we'll work out here. Test scenario.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so see that by seeing the diagram, you can see test scenario is a one layer, and it can divide into a
Mm-hmm.
multiple test case. What exactly meaning is test scenario can be one, test case can be derived from the test scenario, and that one test scenario can contain multiple test cases. Clear?
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
One test scenario it can has multiple test cases. So we'll see that what is a scenario. So
Test scenario.
this, yeah,
Yeah.
scenario testing is a test end-to-end functionality of the software application and business process flow functionality as needed. Okay. And
Mm-hmm.
in scenario the tester put themselves in a user showcase and determine the real world scenarios use cases that can be performed,
Mm-hmm.
and one test scenario are determined the test cases can be written in each scenarios high level concept what to test. Scenarios are high level concept what to test. That's it, what to test.
Mm-hmm.
And test case is
Mm-hmm.
what exactly has tested. What to test is different, what exactly to be tested. Okay. And see that test case is a set of steps to be executed by the tester in order to evaluate the scenario, and whereas the test scenarios are
Mm-hmm.
derived from the use cases, we done that one. Okay, we done the derived the use
Mm-hmm.
cases, and
Mm-hmm.
test cases are derived from the writing the test scenario, and test scenarios are usually multiple test cases. Yeah,
Test scenario is the bigger part. Under that, test cases are the sub parts, right?
exactly. One test scenario can has multiple test
Mm-hmm.
cases. So test
Mm-hmm.
scenario is like here, the given here. There are three test scenarios. There are three
Mm-hmm.
test scenarios validating a login
Waiting.
page. First is user enter username password. We done that. In our previous example. We derived the use cases, right? See here we derived the use cases. See, these are the use cases. After this diagram, we got a some table. Uh, uh, this is a one of the use case. This is a one of the use case. So this one of the use case can be a test scenario.
Okay.
So user enter password valid and click on the button. So this is the one of the test case. One of the test scenario. Sorry, one of the test scenario. Enter valid username password like that.
Yeah.
And reset is a user. So this is a actual see sorry. This is a scenario. Scenario is a one validate a login page. We are validating the login page and we derive the test cases. Three test cases. One is that enter username password, invalid username password, reset password and invalid current credentials. Suppose scenario can be a simple one of the use case. So here coming to the bank, I'll tell you that ATM use case diagram. So scenario is check balance. Check balance is a one of the scenario. Deposit is a one of the scenario. Withdraw is a one of the scenario. Transfer is a one of the scenario. So basic core functionality to be a one test scenario for our testing. So for example, check
So like
bal.
each step is a scenario.
Not this is not a
Check
each step.
balance is a scenario.
Yeah, check balance is scenario.
Mm-hmm.
Check
Okay.
balance is scenario. In our case, login page. In our case, a login page is our validating a login page our scenario. Okay. So check balance, deposit, withdraw, and transfer. So mm, I will give you example for withdraw cash. Okay. So you withdraw
Okay,
cash.
validating a login page is our scenario.
Yeah, validating a login page scenario. We'll come back this scenario, but we'll theoretically we'll see that. Suppose my scenario, so we deriving a one scenario here in ATM,
Mm-hmm.
withdraw case, sorry, withdraw cash, sorry,
Mm-hmm.
withdraw cash. Okay. So this is our
Okay.
validating a withdraw cash. This is a test scenario. Now we are going to be derive the test
Okay, this is a
cases.
test.
This is a test scenario. Now
Mm-hmm.
one test scenario can contain multiple test cases.
Yeah, right.
Now I'll write a one test case. Okay, I'll write a one test case. Like
Mm-hmm.
I'm deriving a one test case from the withdraw cash scenario.
Cash. Okay.
Yeah, customer entered
Mm-hmm.
invalid user and define withdraw cash is a 5,000. That time what is
Okay.
the response of the bank? Bank tell invalid PIN number.
Mm-hmm.
This is a one test case. Correct?
Okay.
And second test case, customer enter in correct PIN number and withdraw 5,000 cash, but in that bank or in
Mm-hmm.
in his account has 2,000 only. Then the
Okay.
system will show that insufficient fund available in your account. And
Mm-hmm.
third test case is user enter a username, sorry, correct
Mm-hmm.
PIN number and the fund, yeah, 5,000 rupees and the 5,000 is available in your account. Then he will, the fund is withdraw in your, from the machine. Successfully withdraw 5,000 for your end. There are three test cases here.
Okay.
One scenario,
Mm-hmm.
withdraw cash is a one scenario. We can derive that
Okay.
three test cases.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing here,
Mm-hmm.
login page. Login page, validating our login page. Actor enter username password. Then
Mm-hmm.
application will display the home page. User enter the invalid username, invalid password. Then the application server display that, hey user, your user entered information is incorrect. Okay,
Okay.
so like that.
Mm-hmm.
So now, so now what I will do, yeah, test test scenarios. So test scenario. The test scenario is a any functionality that to be tested, and it also called as a test condition and a test possibility. A tester you may or yourself. So we figure out the real world scenario to the application under the test. Okay, this is a good one.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay, so it is a scenario of any of the functionality to be tested. Okay, it is a test condition or a possible to test,
Mm-hmm.
and that, a tester who designed this scenario, we may put a ourselves a end
Mm-hmm.
user showcase. That means the scenario would be real world.
Mm-hmm.
What exactly is the real time scenario? Okay, and yeah. So here you can see that, or you can go through this scenario best one. I think I'll explain all those
Mm-hmm.
things line by line. Yeah. So here test scenario testing. So when we can do the scenario testing is various software testing like used to for test, which will be scenario will be help in an easy way to test for more complex systems. Okay, and why we
Mm-hmm.
create a scenario. So generally, the based on the company to company, they will create a scenario. So basically, we must create a test cases. It can be optional to the industry. That big industries can create a test scenario.
Mm-hmm.
Small companies doesn't prefer these
Mm-hmm.
scenarios. Okay.
So, okay.
Yeah. Creating a scenario ensure that a completed test coverage. So we come to know that our coverage of requirement should be 100%. Okay. Coverage will be come to
Mm-hmm.
know we are when we are creating a scenarios. And test scenarios can be approved by the various stakeholders. Stakeholders is nothing but a users, and like business analyst, developer, customer, ensuring the application under the test. Okay, the scenario would be
Mm-hmm.
approved by these guys. Okay,
Okay.
and the serves to quick to tool determine the test framework effort, create proposal for the client. Okay, and
Mm-hmm.
mostly important is like determining the importance end-to-end transaction. Okay, end-to-end transaction and real use of software application. So if you design that as
Mm-hmm.
scenario, the scenario will be
Mm-hmm.
end-to-end. Login
End
page.
to end.
The login page is
Mm-hmm.
user open the page, enter the username
Mm-hmm.
and click on the submit to the
Mm-hmm.
server. Server will respond to the uh, application, and whether it is a
Mm-hmm.
invalid or whether it is a valid. If the valid is
Valid.
username in, it will display the home page. Invalid means
Mm.
systems show the error to the user.
It will not display.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, how to create a test user. So that means from where we can create. So read the requirement document like BRS, SRS, FRS under the system, and based on that
Mm-hmm.
referring use cases and book and manuals, then will be up, derived the derivation from the scenarios. And each requirement figure out possible of user actions. So when you are designing a scenario,
Mm-hmm.
so we'll go through the user's
Mm-hmm.
actions. User action is based on the UML diagrams. Okay, figure out the possibility of user action and
Mm-hmm.
objectives. determining the technical aspects of the requirement. And after reading the requirement
Okay.
and do the analysis and list out the different test scenarios for verifying each feature of the software. Each feature of the software.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And once you have listed
Okay.
all the possible scenarios, and I'll cover this one
Mm-hmm.
later, traceability matrix. Okay, so there will be one table matrix.
Mm-hmm.
The coverage came properly or not. Okay, we come to know by using this. This is one of the important topic. Later we'll cover tomorrow or day after tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
and see that tips to create. Just to go through the tips to
Mm-hmm.
create, and here one of the example test scenario.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, see that. And test scenario for a flight reservation. For a flight reservation application, few test
Mm-hmm.
scenarios would be like this. One test scenario is check the login functionality. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
there is a
Mm-hmm.
scenarios for this reservation. First is a check the login functionality. Okay, second is
Mm-hmm.
check the new order created or not. Third one is a
Okay.
check the existing order opened or not. And the fourth one is a check that
Mm-hmm.
user has a fax number or not. That's it. Okay, fifth is there, but fifth is check the information displayed in the help or not.
So,
So help, click on help, correct.
so what will be the scenario and what will be the test case here?
Yeah. See, take this example. See, listen here. Test scenario one, check functionality. Check login functionality. Is a scenario.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I want to write a test case like agent name.
Check login to.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
check login functionality is the test
Mm-hmm.
scenario. I want to derive or I want to test this
Okay.
functionality is working fine or not with the help of test
Mm-hmm.
cases. I will end first test case.
Okay.
First test case.
Mm.
Enter user agent name is valid and password valid. Click on OK. Then
Okay.
home page will be displayed. First test case. Second test case is agent name is incorrect. Valid password. Click on OK. Agent name is incorrect. Should display the message. Second test case. And click on the cancel button. Close the
Mm-hmm.
application. Click on the help button. It display the help page.
Help.
So see,
Mm-hmm.
these are not deriving the scenario. The scenario will check the whole system, whole functionality. Check the login functionality. The check the login functionality, which means it has to satisfy all the requirement which is displayed in the page. Agent name, agent password, and OK button,
Mm-hmm.
cancel button, help button, all the buttons and image is displaying or not. All those conditions can be testable in the test scenario.
So test scenario is check the login functionality
That's it. That's
and the
it.
test case, and the test cases will be check the agent name, like valid password, and
Exactly.
check the okay.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
yes, yes. Yeah, check the by username, check username password valid and check the username password are invalid and username is invalid, password is invalid and I will
Mm-hmm.
once you enter username password and click on cancel button. Once you enter the password, sorry, username and password and click on help button.
Okay. Okay.
So these
Mm-hmm.
are the test cases. These are the test cases.
Test cases.
Yeah, see, here also they check that a new order can be created. So in file menu, there is a new order functionality is there. So once you click on that one, so whether it is displaying or not, whether it is click on the next page is opened or not, these are the test cases. But there is the scenario is
Oh,
whether order is creating or not. But the order
okay.
for creating a order, we have many steps.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll stop here and so tomorrow
Okay.
we'll meet again and we'll recover we'll continue the next test scenario and test step. We have to write actually.
Okay.
We need to create a
Mm-hmm.
test case template and we have to
Mm-hmm.
done and suppose if you get a job, the first
Mm-hmm.
task would be they will give the requirement and analyze and start writing the test cases. We should write a test
Okay.
case. This is the first job,
Okay.
first task in our job.
Okay.
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 Yes.
Okay. So I'll go through all of this again and then. Hello?
You go through that and we'll meet tomorrow. Tomorrow same time 8 o'clock. Tomorrow we have a class.
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah, tomorrow we have class.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.